What's up, ladies and gents? BPAC back with another episode of Mi40 University. So checking active range for calves. I see people mess this up a lot. Most people think like a big stretch is really important in calves. And I learned this awesome tip just actually last week from a good friend of mine, Eric Seifert from Core Muscle Activation in Toronto. You guys want to check out his Instagram page. He's amazing. If you're in Toronto, nobody better for muscle activation techniques and teaching you proper exercise execution. But so check this out. So if I want to learn what my active range is for calves, I'm actually going to start by doing a tibialis movement, which is like the front of my shin, front of my calf, and I'm going to raise it to there. And then I'm going to move back, and I'm going to raise it to there. And as I move back, you're going to notice the further I get back, my range is actually pretty inhibited. And there comes a point where I'm actually only lifting my toes. So if I go back to about there, for me, I'm not actually able to lift my foot off the ground anymore. So what that's telling me is that's the maximum amount of dorsiflexion I can achieve actively, which means if I went any further than that, I'd be shoving into that position, and I don't want to do that. So for activation of greater dorsiflexion, for those of you that squat or maybe want to train legs and improve your ability to have greater dorsiflexion, this is just a good exercise, right? So maybe start here, get some reps there, come a little closer, get some reps there, get some reps here, come all the way back to where you can't move anymore. Okay, well now it's as far as I can go, like maybe it's a tiny bit. Okay, so that's as far as I can actively get into dorsiflexion, which means that's also as far as I can actually actively stretch my calf. Any further than that is going to be doing some damage on my ankle joint, going outside of what my body can control. So if I'm doing calves, this is as far as I should be going down. So for those of you at home that have poor ankle mobility, like some might argue I do, I don't know, most people actually have less dorsiflexion than they think. They just shove themselves down to some position that they can't go to. A great way to train your calves is grab a plate and put it on top of your legs in this position, because now I know that's as far as I can physically go and I'm not going to hurt myself. So there's something I highly suggest you guys do, is check out your active range for dorsiflexion and spend some time there. So what you can't see that I'm doing right now, I'm actually trying to actively activate and squeeze my tibialis. And believe it or not, I feel this one contracting or at least cramping even a bit more. That tells me I actually may have less range on this side. And I definitely noticed that. I've had some ankle injuries on this side in the past. So I'm just going to spend some time there trying to think about pulling my toes up toward my shins. And that's my active, I'm getting a stretch in my calves. So when I'm done there, I'm going to go and activate the calves. Maybe I load it with some weight here. Or if I'm using a seated calf raise, that's as far as I need to go. And I actually like the idea of a lot of you just thinking about doing it on the floor like this, loading here, and that way you don't go outside of your active range. Because as I said, you go outside of your active range, your brain says, oh no, I have way too much load shoving me somewhere where I'm not stable. It's going to tighten up even more, cause more inflammation, more injury, less likely to ever increase that range for you. So stay in your active range for now, get strong in that active range. As you get stronger in that active range, my brain opens up. It says, it's okay, we can go a little bit further. We're strong here, and allows you more mobility. So think about that. Stretching a muscle may actually be doing the opposite of what you think. A little bit of controversy for you today. Ben Pakulski, Mi40 University out.